Yeah, so why don't we pivot now to the wellness section. So as we shared last time, this is again on court, off court, and mindset and wellness and the way we use our bodies, think about our bodies, has such a pivotal role in the way that we perform. And I know something that's really near and dear to Kalindi. And so we'd love to have you walk us through some ideas on wellness and I think some mindfulness exercises.
Yeah, so thanks, Billy. Yeah, I'm super, super passionate about that. And it kind of just stemmed from my own journey with injuries and just like, anxiety on the court and off the court. And just have found, I feel like tennis is like and pickleball, any sport really, but especially like the sports, I feel like where it's like you're an individual out there or a doubles team, it's like a playground for life kind of. With a lot of the, even when you think about the scoring in tennis, it's kind of mirroring, you've got love and you've got all these different things happening, right? So this mindfulness exercise that I was going to share today is one of my favorites because it's something that you can do anywhere since it actually integrates, it's about the sounds in the environment. So, a lot of times I hear people say, oh yeah, I have trouble finding a time that I can practice mindfulness or meditate because like it's noisy or like, I need like a quiet space. So it's actually not true. You can, part of the whole point of learning, how to focus and how to be mindful is doing it when there are distractions. So this exercise is essentially integrating the distractions. And then, for that reason becomes a really good one to do before, say, a tennis match, if you're at a tournament or a pickleball tournament and it's loud and noisy and you have all those noises and distractions. So yeah, with that, let's get started. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat and just take any little movements that feel good here to get comfortable. And if it feels good to you, you can close your eyes. Otherwise, take a soft, unfocused gaze in front of you. Just exhale, let all your air out, and then allow that inhale breath to come naturally. Do that a couple more times, letting go of anything that happened in the past, letting go of any worries about the future, arriving in this moment. And beginning to notice any sounds that may be around you. And seeing if you can notice those sounds without any judgment. Oh, that's a loud sound, or that's an annoying sound, or it's a nice sound. Just letting go of any of those labels and just noticing those sounds with a curiosity, like you've never heard them before. Just noticing them. And if any judgments do enter your mind, just treating those nicely, letting them float by, imagining they're a little cloud. It's just, oh, okay, that's a judgment about that sound. I'm just gonna let that float on by. And just noticing sounds near and far, all the while staying connected to your breath, those easy inhales and exhales. And then beginning to draw your attention to the sounds within your own body, seeing what you notice there. Again, seeing if you can notice these sounds within your body without any judgment, just noticing. Perhaps you might notice the sound your breath makes. Perhaps you might notice the sound your heart makes. Allowing yourself to notice any and all sounds, and even the absence of any sounds. And now taking in sounds both inside your body and outside your body. Just noticing all the sounds in and around you. Noticing them with a non-judgmental mind, curiosity, simply noticing. And know that if your mind has wandered at all during this exercise, that's perfectly okay. Anytime your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to the present moment and the sounds around you. And now take a few easy breaths again, letting go of your focus on the sounds. And wiggling your fingers and toes and taking any gentle movements as you open your eyes and return to your surroundings. How is that for you both?
It was great.
Yeah, so and that was at what, a few minutes? So that's the kind of thing, I mean, you can do that for as long as 20 or 30 minutes or just 30 seconds, but these types of exercises can be really helpful to help find that center and balance, which can often be very, elusive as we're in a competitive state before or even during competition. Something like this could even be done on a, break between games, just to help recenter so we're not in that tighter, anxious state.
Even waiting in line at a supermarket.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, anywhere.
I noticed, Kalindi, also for the first time doing this, is that the hearing tied into feeling at the same time, especially when you meant the heart, and you can kind of feel the blood, hear the blood pumping through your body, and it's a feeling of the heart beating, it's a feeling of the breath, but it's triggered through hearing.
Very, very interesting observation. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, and most of us don't like doing this or want to take the time because we could get bored or whatever. But if you think of the benefit of 2-3 minutes a day in terms of efficiency, relationships, patience, lowering stress, good health benefits, this is a very easy meditation kind of thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're just talking about a few minutes. So, I think the statistics say we spend how many hours, not minutes, on our phone, on email and social media and mindless searching. So, just taking some of those minutes and redirecting them can, make a big impact.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, it's amazing how, those devices we use as almost a way to numb or turn off certain things.
Yeah.
When you can just take a moment to, just intentionally be present. And
many people know that it's kind of like if people have spiritual practices, then it can, enhance those practices, whether you call them prayer, meditation, mindfulness, there's so much overlap, getting in touch with who you are for those moments.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely take moments every time in my prayer where it's not just a communication, it's just a being there and allowing, you to receive. And that's it's very important. So thank you. That was awesome, Kalindi.
Kind of on that note, just the last kind of thought, I've always liked, I don't know who said it, but I feel like someone said it where it's like, prayer is like when you're talking to, to the divine, to a higher power, however you know that, and meditation is when you're listening. So communication is a two-way street. So yes, I think all of us could probably, most people can probably use a little more time where they're listening. Like we have 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason.
Yep. Be slow to speak and quick to listen.